Men don't realize girls do this to tempt them sexually. Most men go their whole lives missing these signals. They mistake them for coincidence, friendliness, or random behavior. But if you can recognize these 8 subtle moves, you'll never be blind to them again, and trust me, you don't want to miss them. 1. The neckline reveal. Ever notice how some women casually adjust their collar or sweep their hair to one side, revealing a bit more of their neck or collarbone? That's no coincidence. The neckline is an incredibly sensual area, and women instinctively know that a slight reveal can be magnetic. Whether she tilts her head in a way that exposes her neck, pulls at her top ever so slightly, or simply lets her collarbone catch the light, your attention is drawn in. And once that happens, well, let's just say she has your full focus in psychology. The neck is considered a vulnerable spot, showing it often signals openness and attraction. It is almost like an unconscious way of saying, I feel comfortable around you and want you to notice me. If she pairs this with smiling or leaning closer, then she is definitely increasing the intimacy. 2. The slow touch escalation. You might think those accidental brushes against your arm or that lingering hand on your shoulder are just innocent gestures. Think again. A woman who wants to build sexual tension will find subtle ways to introduce touch into the equation. It starts small. A light tap on your arm when she laughs, a casual touch on your knee during a conversation, or even an extra moment of contact when she hands you something before you know it. These small, seemingly innocent touches create a subconscious craving for more. It's like a silent invitation and trust. She knows exactly what she's doing. Touch is one of the strongest human bonding signals, and science shows that even small touches can release oxytocin, the bonding hormone, when she chooses to increase this physical contact. It is rarely random. It is often deliberate, even if she pretends it is accidental. 3. Playing with her lips. You've probably seen this one a million times, but it still works like a charm. When a woman subtly draws attention to her lips, she's triggering a deep instinctual response in you. Maybe she bites her lower lip mid-conversation, lightly runs her fingers over her mouth while thinking, or absent-mindedly licks her lips. Whether she's doing it consciously or not, your brain is processing one thing: attraction. Your focus shifts to her lips, and suddenly the idea of kissing her isn't so far-fetched. Lips are one of the most erotic zones of the body, and highlighting them without words is a very primal signal. If she does this while looking at you or when you're talking, it is almost always a subconscious sign of flirtation. Before we move on to the next one, I'm curious to know, do you think women do these things on purpose, or is it just natural? Comment below, and let's see what everyone thinks. 4. The intoxicating scent trick. Never underestimate the power of scent. Women are well aware that a strategic spritz of perfume can work wonders in making them unforgettable. She may lean in a little closer than necessary so you catch a whiff of her fragrance, or she might deliberately leave traces of her scent on your hoodie if she borrows it. Even her natural scent mixed with pheromones plays a huge role in attraction before you know it. Her presence lingers in your mind long after she's gone. Studies prove that scent is directly tied to memory and emotion, meaning when you smell her fragrance, it instantly triggers thoughts of her even when she is not around. That is why certain perfumes become signature scents. A woman knows that if her smell stays with you, she stays with you mentally. 5. The strategic eye contact. Eye contact is one of the most powerful ways to build attraction, and women who understand this use it mastery. She might hold your gaze for just a second too long, making you wonder what she's thinking, or she could give you that slow, sweeping glance from across the room before looking away with a knowing smile. These moments might seem small, but they create an unspoken connection, one that keeps your mind racing and your heart beating just a little faster. Psychologists call this the triangle gaze, where she looks at one eye, then the other, then drops her gaze to your lips. It is a strong, unconscious sign of desire. If you notice her repeating this, she is definitely interested. 6. The voice modulation game. A woman's voice can be one of her most effective tools in turning up the heat. She might lower it slightly, making her tone softer and more intimate. Maybe she slows her words, making each syllable feel deliberate and enticing. This subtle change can make an everyday conversation feel like something much deeper, stirring emotions you weren't expecting, and just like that, you find yourself completely drawn in, hanging on to every word. Research shows that both men and women adjust their pitch around someone they are attracted to. A slightly huskier or smoother tone creates a subconscious atmosphere of intimacy without even touching you. Her voice alone can spark attraction. 7. The suggestive. Double meanings. Some women know how to lace their words with just the right amount of suggestion, leaving things open to interpretation. Maybe she makes a playful comment that could have a second meaning, or she emphasizes certain words in a way that makes you wonder if there's more behind them. It's not about being obvious. It's about planting a thought and letting your mind do the rest. And guess what? It works. Psychologists call this innuendo communication. It bypasses the logical part of the brain and directly fuels imagination, making your mind wander to places she wants you to think about. 8. The unexpected confidence switch. Confidence is intoxicating, and women who know how to play with this energy can be incredibly alluring. One moment she might be playful and teasing, keeping things lighthearted the next. She switches to a more serious, intense gaze that makes you feel like the only person in the room. This unpredictability keeps you engaged, makes her presence feel electrifying, and creates an irresistible dynamic. It's not just about what she says or does, it's about the way she makes you feel in the moment, and that's what keeps her on your mind long after she's gone. Confidence changes the entire perception of attraction. When a woman flips between softness and intensity, she creates a push and pull effect, making you crave more of her energy and attention.